Hi, Cancer rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 1st of April until the 6th of April. I think this week is actually very important for you due to the fact that the chart ruler moon goes out of bounds. And during that period of time, you can get a little bit more sensitive. You can spike up your love life as well because this out of bound energy is going to start pretty much in your fifth house, which is, of course, something to do with romantic endeavors. But let's have a look at what is actually happening. So, Venus is in Taurus for you, which is in the 11th house, squaring Pluto in your 8th house. And that's a conflict. That's a conflict between your social circle and long-term dreams connected to the shared resources, intimacy, or even that. I mean, imagine that you are getting caught between wanting to invest in a group project or a dream of yours, but the heavy reality of finances or financial obligations or the deep psychological fear or around losing control, for example, or losing an asset of yours can be a friction there. Maybe we want to use the Mercury-Jupiter trine, which is happening in your 9th and 1st house. We can use our personal wisdom, our highest perspective, and then we can think this through. This is about trusting your gut feelings. This is trusting that you are able to grow. This is potentially an educational breakthrough as well, which might be offering you the grace to handle this financial tension there. Also, Atlantis enters your 10th house this week as well, the house of career, public reputation. Maybe you are given a leadership role, or you are given an access to for example, a professional technological tool that sets you somehow apart. This is a little bit of a sink or swim type of moment when it comes to your career. So it could even indicate, I'm going to stay on the ship or am I going to jump out of it? There's a lot of initiatives happening right now in the sign of Aries for you. So it does tell you that you have got the power to rebuild your own empire, to rebuild your reputation. But don't forget, you have to be leading with integrity. Don't let that pressure of having to be on the top somehow make you act erratically. Also, we have got the sun in the sign of Aries as well, which is squaring your Jupiter in the 1st house. So there is this conflict between your career demands and your professional or your personal growth. So imagine that you have got, you are kind of expanding personally. It makes you, Jupiter makes you live life like larger than life in the 1st house. But the career, it can be very demanding at the same time. And maybe you are running a little bit on a, low battery. So you might feel like though that you can do it all, but the square is actually warning you of overextending your physical body for the sake of workplace might not be the smartest idea. And remember that a moon is out of bound as well, and it is starting in your fifth house. So that's a house of creativity, romance, relationship with children. And that could become intense, extremely intense, obsessive, or even a little bit more on the wild side. You are operating outside the normal rules of emotions right now. With Venus, Ceres, and North Node combination, which is a sextile, 11th and 9th house, it is a fated social alignment. This is about getting love, for example, from your followers, from your tribe, from your friends. This can give you an opportunity for collaborations. It can make you bump into someone which might feel very fated because somehow this is a person or this is a group of people who might be feeding your vision for the future. Now, of course, Taurus is a very grounded style, and it's about tangibility. So it should be bringing something tangible into your life as well. Hygeia enters your 1st house, so that's about body detoxification. That's about purifying your physical self, potentially changing your diet, or focusing a little bit more on personal boundaries. Remember, IGA is about prevention. So instead of getting sick, I'm going to be taking care of myself. It's about creating the little sanctuary for you, which is going to nourish your physical body. So this week, the primary focus for me is about balancing out work and your healing journey. You have to be trusting your instincts, especially when it comes to any type of creative project or romantic endeavors as well. And maybe just note that, it can get a little bit wild. For example, in romantic connections or with your children, or people can act out. So it's better just to kind of put emotions aside and knowing that people around us can be slightly bit more sensitive this week. So good luck, Cancer rising sign, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.